Thank you for clicking on our video. This is Real Men Fishing. So it has been a long time, I know, but we finally got our gear back after it was nicked not so long ago. But I'm not going to go dwelling on about that because more serious events have happened since then. I want to send all my love out to all the family that's been affected by the tragic events in the UK recently. Now let's all not get bogged down with fear and carry on doing the things we love, like the pastime of fishing. So I'm back down here on pit number 7, and as you remember, I had that glorious 27-pound mirror carp from here. So I've literally set up all 3 rods around the same similar area that I caught that 27-pounder on. But later on, I'm going to get one and downscale it a little bit and hit the bream, because after all we're on the infamous Bream City and I would really love to christen the rods. So till then, let's see what we get today. Okay, so I said earlier that I was going to downsize the rigs just for the bream, and that's exactly what I've done. I've got no leader on this because I don't need it. I'm literally fishing in open water here. There's no snags down there, and like we said, bream do not fight. And from there I've took out the insert, just literally threaded on a number 10 swivel with a shock bead, and then on the hook length there's a very nice thin but quite strong 10-pound hook link there. This is, I think it's Nash floater and zig line, but I've weighed it down. I like using this because it's really thin and really invisible. And then a size 10 hook, literally with a knotless knot, and then 3 grains of fake corn, and I'm just fishing that over a bed of corn. And I mean, the bream get suckered into this every single time. So let's whack it back out there and get a bit more slimy.
I can't get diamonds so pearls, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. But I can love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'll give you all of what I've got, the fancy finds, baby, I have not. Just gonna love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, baby, cross my heart and hope to die. Golden trinkets, mobile phone, expensive shoes, you can get your own. Just gonna love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. Just gonna love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, babe, cross my heart and hope to die.
Typical bream again. Does nothing when it's on the rod and then gives you a good kicking when it's out of the water. This is why I've been unhooking them in the lake, but this one seemed to be a bit more substantial. hence why I thought I'd give him a bit of a closer look. Look at the snot on it, it's absolutely disgusting. But it's let me test the new rods out and I like them. They're quite sensitive. I'd love to know what a carp feels like, but at least I felt a little bit of weight with this guy. Let's get this slimy old sod back where he belongs.
Find something true that I like. I won't stress you, dear. I know that you made up your mind. Pretending that nothing has changed. Time is my only escape. I know that I lost you that night. I know that you've already left me. Anger won't bother me now. There's no one to blame for your love. In the sweet despair, broken hearts lying down.
Well, that's something a little bit different. So check that out. Little Terry the Tench. A new one for real men. This is a weird coloured tench though. I mean, normally you get the dark emerald greens and the golden colours. This almost looks like a cross between the two. It's very golden in colour on the bottom, but a stunning little fish. Tench are definitely one of my favourites, so I'm quite happy with this little guy. So, if you remember from last time that we was down here, the day I had that, or rather the night before I had that 27 pounder, I was struggling with the rigs because I was getting bite after bite after bite, but I just weren't sinking the hook into them. So this time I've decided to go for a leader because obviously I'm fishing right near the snags there, so I need something that's going to be tough and abrasion resistant there in case I do have to try and sort of manhandle the fish out of any snags. I'm using a heavier lead. Before we was using the inline system with only a 2-ounce lead. We've gone for a fixed system now with a 3-ounce lead, and literally before we was using a Ronnie rig, but now I am literally just using a hair rig, and I've upped the size of the boilie as well. We're onto a 20mm boilie now rather than the 15mm. So hopefully now, if this does go tearing off, it can only be a carp and none of them nuisance bream. So let's see if this works. Much because I really want to land this. It's not the biggest carp in the world, but it'll count. there we go. The trio. A tench, a bream, and now a carp. So here we go. The second carp I've ever had from pit number 7. He's not the biggest one, obviously, but he's still got a little bit of weight to him. And it's nice to have had a bream, a tench, and now a carp as well. And like I said in the last episode, I do like a mirror no matter what size they are. So, very chuffed with this guy. I think it's time we slip him back and maybe see if we can get a little bit bigger. Okay, so that was a nice little carp to end on the night. Obviously I'm not going home yet, I'm going to be spending the night here, so I've reset all my traps now. I've literally got my right hand rod still on them 20 mils, which is what I had that carp on. It ended up being 12 pounds, so that's not a bad size, a nice little double figure fish there. And the middle rod is where I had that tench on. I've dropped the size down on that to a 15 mil boilie, and my left hand rod is still out there for the bream, fishing over a bed of corn with the 3 fake corn nuggets there on there as well. So hopefully the night time should be quite eventful, but we have had a lot of mixing, changing weather today. It's been windy, it's been rainy, we've had cold spells, warm spells, but the fish really seem to be turned on by it because there's a low pressure. So fingers crossed tonight will be even more eventful. Let's see if we can get that 30-pound carp. Slow, plodding movements. She's in these snags. Oh, she's gone. I believe it. Is the mic working, yeah? I don't believe that. It's the biggest fish I've ever seen. And it could still be the biggest fish we've ever seen. Let's have a look at it.
What's left to wait for?
This is a new PB again for me. 33 pounds of Twiner's common carp. This fish is otherwise known, I believe, as floppy tail. 33 pounds. We finally did it, guys. The hunt for 30 is over. All that's left for me to do now is say thank you very much. And let's slip her back. Ah.
Let's break the crushing waves in a boat made of roses and oak trees.
So, what a trip it has been today and yesterday, really. We managed to get pretty much every species that we could think of. We've had bream, tench, and a couple of carp as well. Not to mention the fact that we have finally bagged that 30-pounder. I weren't expecting it at all, to be honest with you, and it was so touch and go there for a minute. I honestly thought that it was going to be all over for a split second then. But my God, that's fishing for you. Sometimes you can come down and catch nothing, and then sometimes you can catch a fish of a lifetime. I just want to take this time to say a huge thank you to everyone that's been following us and supporting us, especially over the last few weeks with the events that's been going on, which most of you obviously know about. So a huge thank you to all of you and your support, which has got us back out here. And if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be here doing this today. So a huge thank you to all of you. Now, I could probably sit here for the rest of the day, but to be honest with you, everything I own now is pretty much soaked. All my clothes are completely soaked. So I'm going to pack up and head home and jot down in the journal on this red letter day and bagging that 30-pound carp. But that's not going to be it. So until next time, I will see you later.
Can you hear the rumble from a mob downtown? Can you hear the rumble from a mob downtown? If I were you, I wouldn't stick around. Mob's out for trouble, gonna set the world on fire. Better get out of